Okay, we've got him now. Gus Frerotte joins us, Pro Bowl quarterback, many-year NFL veteran, as we come out of Week 14. And it closes tonight with Cleveland at Detroit. Merry Christmas, Gus. You're very Santa-looking. What's going on with you today? What do we got?
Trying to keep that look going, you know.
I like it. You're winning with it. It's very timely and seasonal. Listen, on our program so far today, Dan Campbell and his gambling has come up. It seems like a month ago, that Thursday night win at home over Green Bay. Where are you on the gambles with Dan Campbell? Will it cost this team eventually, or do you like it?
No, I like it. I think that you got to do it if you got to stick to it, right? You can't be, I'm going to do it one week and not do it the next week, because I think your guys are anticipating it. And I think it gives you an extra down on offense. I mean, there's there are downsides, obviously, because I think we've seen the former coach of the Chargers do it a lot and not do it to where it was benefiting them enough. But I think with the team that Dan has, I think they're going to go for it, and they're going to get that conversion. That rate's going to be way higher than any other team.
I like it too. I just the criticism out there is about 50-50, and as I say, it's mostly media criticizing him, not football guys, but there are some football guys that are against it. I'd like to know your take on the Monday Nighter tonight as Cowboys fan that I am. Dallas going for its third straight win. Cincy there, and the Bengals are favored by 5. What do you expect coming out of Jerry World tonight?
Who knows? You never know. They've won games in different ways. Obviously, special teams has helped them a lot. But, without Dak there and, it's just been an unknown for Dallas without some of their stars, and they've had some injuries. But, they're playing the Bengals, who haven't been great, but also been great, right? Joe Burrow is phenomenal in the pocket, and he's doing things that, any team would love to have their quarterback do. They have some phenomenal receivers. It's just I think it's a hard game to pick, because everybody wants to pick the Bengals, but yet they haven't been winning. So I think just Jerry World, it's going to be exactly what you call it, Jerry World, and it's going to be a kind of a who's who, and I think whoever has the ball last is going to be the winner.
Well, we had a lot of games like that in Week 14, and tonight might be a bit of a grease fire of a game, but we have to tune in. I want your take on Joe Burrow, if you don't mind. I saw a stat last week that Tom Brady had 4 games in his career where they scored 33 points but lost. His team. It's happened 4 times this year to Joe Burrow. How would you feel if you were him?
Not very good. I guess if I look back on it, I'd be happy I was getting paid like that. But it's all about winning. And no matter what you do, if you watched the game last night, if you said Josh Allen's going to put 44 points up and they're going to lose, then who would have thought that was going to happen? But it's just it's hard to watch Joe play so well, put the ball so accurately to his receivers, even when they're double covered. And those guys can make catches, and they're still coming out on the losing end. But I think Joe is playing at a really high level, and I think his demeanor is one that the Bengals need, because I've played there, and it's pretty easy to get down when you lose in Cincinnati.
3 years ago, they were in a Super Bowl. Do you see them getting back anywhere close, or is this what they are right now?
Well, obviously, I think they have to address their defense. I think if they address their defense and fix the positions that need fixed on defense, then they may have a chance, because their offensive weapons, I don't think really you need to mess with them. There's going to be plenty of running backs out there. They have the receiver talent. They have good tight ends, and just keep upgrading the offensive line so that you keep Joe Burrow healthy. I think that's the biggest thing that the Bengals are going to have to look at going into the future is, can we keep Joe healthy over years? And that starts with those 5 guys up front.
It's been a while since I talked to you, Gus. I'm wondering, how did you feel when the Steelers made the move from Justin Fields to Russell Wilson? Did you defer to the experience of Mike Tomlin, or did you think he was nuts? Or should have stayed with Justin Fields? What was your take on that whole situation there?
I actually love the way he did it because I think they got Justin Fields enough experience with the team, with the players, with the system to learn it, to understand it, to go out, and he won enough games for him so they could be in a good spot. I don't think Russell Wilson was healthy. I think he's been happy in Pittsburgh, but I don't think he's been very healthy at the beginning of the year. And now he's healthy. He's football, he loves the game. And so and he's not worried about contract. He's not worried about anything but going out and winning games. And I think he's making his team better. They have some good components right now. And they won that last game very handedly, even without their best receiver. So what I think Coach Tomlin has done is really, really good. And I think when he makes decisions, he sticks with them. And, no one can argue with never having a losing season that he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, they're always going to be criticized, but he keeps proving everybody wrong. Do you remember, Gus, who your preseason Super Bowl pick was? And if so, is it still, or has it changed?
Well, I kind of, from the NFC, it was hard to tell, because I really didn't have Philly in there. I knew the Lions were going to be very good, and they're proving that they are, and that they're tough and they're gritty, just like the coach wants them to be. So I think the NFC, I kind of knew that. The AFC, we always kind of understood that the Chiefs may be in there, and I don't think I had that pick early on. And I think the AFC for me was the Ravens. That's who I kind of thought was going to be the best team with some of the additions they made in the offseason. But right now, man, it's up for grabs. Anybody can win. We saw last night that, the Bills defense didn't look as good as we thought they were. The Chiefs seem to just win these games in the last minute, whether it's luck or not, they're winning them. So you can't ever count the Chiefs out, and I think the Ravens as well. They have some good players. So on the AFC side, I think it's a kind of a crapshoot. I think the NFC side, I think it's going to come down. My guess it's going to be the Eagles and the Lions in the championship.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I said Lions, Chiefs, and I'm staying with that. But my last question to you is this. Even Chiefs fans are concerned they're not winning games by enough. And I'm sitting here saying this isn't college football. This isn't a selection committee. A win is a win. That's how I feel. But how are you on this, that they're not putting teams to bed way earlier in game?
They're winning games, If, you wanted somebody who scored a lot of points but didn't win, you can look at the Bengals. But you want somebody who's going to win the game in the last quarter. I think you got the right quarterback for that because he's going to do what it takes to get you in field goal range. Even if there's no time on the clock, I think that he just does an amazing job of moving the ball down the field, making enough plays so that his team can win. Even though they may not have the top talent around him, he is doing an incredible job of getting the right people the ball at the right time.
While we get along, Gus, you and I see things the same way. There's a guy who wants to say, hey, Scotty, just stick your head in the camera here. Scott Morgan, a little closer. Come a little closer. Scott Morganroth from the South Florida Tribune.
Hey, Scott, how you doing?
He just said you were on his, he says you were on his show, the Sports Exchange. He wanted to pass along a hey. He says you're looking young and good to see
Scott.
you.
Good to see you, too.
Yeah, right.
Bring it back on my show. How does that
All right. Thank you, Gus. Merry Christmas,
great.
my
Thanks,
friend.
Scott.
Okay, thanks for the time, Gus.
All right, Merry Christmas, Rod. Everybody go to alumnimedia.com. Check us out.
Alumnimedia.com. That is the NFL Alumni Podcast.